Bruh.
Hey traders, welcome to episode 650 of the show. You could be doing anything, but you're here, and I appreciate it. After, oh my god, man, yesterday y'all wrecked me. Like, y'all collectively destroyed me, okay? So, like, don't be mad at me for dragging a little bit today, alright? The 1 year anniversary on this channel stream was just, wow. One for the books, one to remember, alright? And so, following up that nice stream, we have a big impulse down, especially if you look at it on the 60 minutes, where you can see, I mean, this has been here, it hadn't been touched. All right, it was an official square up level at 96.83. If you look left, here it is, man. If you watch the stream, you know this has been here, and it was never touched. It got close, but it never squared up, and now the exchanges have, in fact, offloaded their position at a break-even price right there.
Can I do the intro? Ye traders, welcome to episode 650 of the show. You could be doing anything, but you're here, and for that I am quite grateful.
Wow, Ryan Lambert, thanks for the €5 super chat, man. And yeah, he just did it better than me, man. Type in the chat for Ryan Lambert, all right? Introducing himself for me. Thank you. Okay. Beautiful, man. Yeah, and that's all like yesterday was, just a bunch of amazing TTSs that got me, man. All right. But the chug variation triggered like 3 times. And yeah, I was just out of it. And then like the party extended for Julia. It was her birthday yesterday, and man, I like passed out real late trying to stay up in the Discord, and like yeah. They kept going. I don't even know how long they kept going, but how funny is it, man? How funny is it that X, A, B, C, D hits? We have a brief amount of time right at D at the 786, and then from 10,678 from that high, we eventually got to 9,524, meaning over $1,000 dropped since the PCZ of the smaller bearish Gartley. Man, bearish Gartley, or any kind of Gartley for that matter, extremely reliable. Okay, and it's kind of fun. It's kind of funny, and talking about XRP for a second. That double bottom, potential double bottom, never panned out. It just crapped out. Again, if there's not enough demand, the double bottom, you know, that confirmation. Clearly, people in the market see, okay, no buyers, no one cares. It's not going to go up to the neckline and test it. It's going to go sideways, and then there you go. Then the macro dumped, and XRP dumped too. But remember this pattern? Here it is, man. 61.8% retrace, and like literally perfect. And here you are. 786 is right here. You didn't. You had no candle close below it. I know you wicked down a little lower, but that happens, man. At PCZs, it's not exact. Sometimes it is, right? We just looked at Bitcoin. It was literally exact. But sometimes it's a range, right? It's a little. That's why they call it the PCZ and not the PCP, right? Pattern completion price, PCP. Yeah, that's like a drug, dude. And one should probably not do that. Okay. Don't call it that. Or do it. Okay, so very interesting development on XRP, I guess, you know. And it's not like hopium. It's just literally Fibonacci touches, right? And right at the 786, what else was there? There was the 1414. There was confluence right here at 24.855 cents. And we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. If the bullish Gartley is to play out, then we should see at least some higher prices for some sort of retrace. The pattern is technically complete here. And you can, I mean, I saw it, I identified it on the 4 hour, not even the 60 minute. So there you go, man. Pretty interesting. What noise? Is there like a clock ticking or something? Hello? Silver continuing to kill it. And you know, whatever, the Bitcoin dominance chart has continued to rise, even though we know it might be screwed anyway. Chat, I mean, like, we had a huge spike earlier on the dump. When all the alts dumped, that just means, right? What do you think? Long scale, good. All right, we got as high as nearly pretty much 72%. Okay, and what does that mean? That means that more money poured out of alts than it did Bitcoin. Has to mean that, right? And if they poured out of Bitcoin, or sorry, if they poured out of the alts, they may have very well gone into Bitcoin. And that might be why we're stalling right now a little bit. Okay, not just that. There's also the fact that Bitcoin is at a very, very critical support. And you know about it if you've been watching the stream. Give me a sec. Let's see which one was the best for that. I think it was this one. Okay, yeah. 2 seconds, Jan. So just looking at, this is like that horizontal line chart, right, where the orange represents very critical supports from history, from 2018, and the yellow are just the manufactured ones that we created kind of a little bit more recently this year, right? And so if you look left, man, you can't even see where the price is because it's literally on the horizontal line. It's right at an April 24th, 2018 high. Right, this is a pretty large support zone that we've been discussing and discussing and discussing ever since we started getting close to it, on the way up, sideways, and maybe on the way down now. All right, so Bitcoin's currently sitting at 96.87 on Coinbase. Again, the move down, it's there. Yes, there's an impulse, but looking on the daily, is it really that crazy? I mean, mother God. Just pulling up Discord and just people chatting, it's like you would think that Bitcoin literally went to $1,000 today. The way people are dramatizing this crap, dude. Like, it's okay, yeah, Bitcoin's down like nearly 5%. Isn't that like almost every other day Bitcoin does something like this? I mean, it's crypto, man. If you're scared of a 5% or 4% move, maybe this is not the market for you. Maybe like one could get into Forex or stocks, right? And guess what? If you got a retirement account or a brokerage account that's invested in the major indices, that account's up. So if your crypto account's down today, if you're diversified, no big deal. If you're in gold and silver in the stock market as well as crypto, how big of a deal is it, man? It's not that big of a deal, all right? And that is just another reason why to be diversified into more assets than just Bitcoin or Ethereum or XRP. All those alts are pretty much Bitcoin at this point. All right, Bitcoin has virtually absorbed them. Okay, and now they are just inside Bitcoin's belly. All right, in terms of market cap dominance, man. So here we are. I mean, there's that. I don't know how well technical analysis really works here because I don't think people are actually buying and selling the literal Bitcoin market cap dominance. And again, people are saying that it's fake anyway and it's at 90% regardless. So I don't really know about that. I'm just looking at a chart and I'm just looking at how we broke a critical resistance. We back tested it for a little while and now we're attempting to rally again to higher prices, whatever, right? Higher prices, higher Bitcoin dominance, market cap. All right. And, you know, you've got like a candle high close right here, 72.41. You've got a candle high close at 75%. And after that, oh, mother of God, dude. Like, I don't even know what to tell you. I mean, besides the wicks, it's 77%. Wow. There's like nothing after that, really. You know, minor one. Jeez, man. This is like Dude, this was like the ICO boom. The ICO boom that began, everything. Began the huge dump for Bitcoin market cap dominance till it hit a nadir level of like 35% on this chart in January of 2018. And that's when altcoins were booming, man. But as you can see since then, methodically, Bitcoin has recovered and pretty much taken over this market where, yeah, man, alts they will not be able to do anything without Bitcoin. Nothing now. Like, they've literally been neutered. That's pretty much a good way of putting it. All right. And that's okay. Just enjoying my coffee on this nice afternoon stream. We are early. We're real early. Like a couple hours, hour and a half early. So just want to do that because, price action kind of warrants it. And hey, man, whatever. I would have probably just been doing a static video on this anyway. So here we are, man. I don't know, it's probably better for people in Europe, I guess, right? It's a little bit more reasonable of an hour over there. So thanks for the 552 people watching as we just look at Bitcoin sit right on a critical support from 2018. It's just sitting there, man. Decent impulse, but we've seen impulses like this. For the past 2 months, man. We've seen impulses like this before, right? It's just welcome to red candles and green candles. It goes that way. So if we want to look for real at the price contraction that we haven't touched, well, here you are, man. You're now touching the bottom trend line of this symmetrical triangle. Make sure this is perfect. Yep. There you have it, man. So getting kind of monkey-ass, right? Hushish, why would I care about Stratus coin, dude? It's Stratus. Did you not hear what we talked about with market cap dominance? If Ethereum and XRP and Litecoin are in the basket of deplorables, then Stratus is definitely a deplorable as well. All right. Don't be triggered. Traveler, that will never happen, man. All right. So again, the seed that we kind of were skeptical about, we didn't really know. All right. We said, hey, man, nothing's certain on this market. We could always sell off one more time and get to the 886 for this still to be a valid pattern. And here we are. The 886 was right at the heart line, at the time, but you're not there yet. But you could just think, man, just moving this down. It was 83% retrace. Now 88.6% retrace is literally right here. The candle closed above it, and now you're holding, but it just might be indecision. Sellers, look, dude, when you hit critical areas, a lot of things are going on, right? People are covering their shorts. Other people have limit buys set up, and that is why we stall at supports. Okay, there's just many things going on there. So even if it was to continue to dump, it makes sense why it would stop for a second to at least marinate, I guess you could say. Early in Australia, Marius. Gemstone says sub 10,000 monthly close incoming. Yeah, it seems very likely. We're $300 off of it. Just had the impulse a little while ago. So yeah, man. Below 10K is definitely real, but it's not really the 10K. I think it's the 9,600 to 10,000 area, where people have been attempting to reaccumulate. And of course, we actually were trying to accumulate at 9,300 to 9,200, 9,100 down here. So again, you're still making higher lows than your previous lows here. Maybe not like the short-term lows, but that might be possibly the XABCD stuff, right? Where, I don't know, the market participants are still trying to find a pivot point for C before an eventual rally. Okay, but of course, harmonics are very reliable. They're actually some of the most reliable patterns that exist on the market, any market. But remember, what we're doing here is they're reliable when they hit the PCZs, And everything is uncertain about these harmonics until you get to D. All right, so trying to find and create a pattern, sometimes it's easier than other times, right? Look, man, remember, we've been discussing this, 886, right? That's the lowest you can go here. Any lower, it's invalid, right? It would start dealing with a double bottom, but I don't know, like that's not a valid harmonic, right? But look, the next step, if Bitcoin continued to sell off, that next target for, the minimum requirement for another harmonic would be 113% retrace. Oh my God, dude. My PC's freaking out. Instability much? All right, so 113% minimum criteria needed for a bearish cipher to be in development. Okay, so all right, 9282, 9300. Okay, so between 9300 and the max, the deepest you can go before this pattern becomes this potential pattern becomes completely invalid, at least as an idea, is the 1414, which is right around 8870. Okay, so there is definitely potential to run to the downside, and it still be a potential valid harmonic. All right, it just wouldn't be the bat anymore. The bat is it's on its last wing. Okay, right here where we are. All right, 88.6. There you have it, man. Okay. So Ethereum, man, jumped super hard, right? Much, much harder than it looks like Bitcoin.
Bruh.
When BTC 1200 hyperwave ready, can we take a look at the silver daily chart? Zoxag ticker, thanks man.
Yeah, dude, I was looking at the silver chart a minute ago. Wait, but you were asking about multiple things. Hold on. HG, man. I see you briefly made it into the Discord last night. Oh, the gold to silver. Sorry. Okay. The TTS read it wrong, but I'm still going to look at your ass. I just want to look at silver first. That is absolutely murdering it right now. And, this is no real surprise on silver, man. Okay. The downtrend in log scale, you broke out. And when you broke out, you kept selling, but what'd you do? You back tested the geometrical trend line, and then double bottomed in the short term, and clearly hit a measured move. It's just a small trade there. Another trade, the falling wedge, easy rider, but the way more momentous pattern. I mean, it's larger than your face. I mean, from a double bottom December 2015, and September, November 2018. Confirmation, and it's a technical high or low, so accumulation. And I mean, April 7th, someone posted a stream like, hey, what was your first stream watching me? I think people were playing a game and they posted it. And April 7th, man, we were in the falling wedge. We had not broken out yet, talked about where we could go, and then zoomed out and said, hey man, a double bottom right here could go much, much higher, but they could take quite some time. And guess what, man? It took quite some time, and here we are, just April 7th, and now it's about to be September. Wow. But once it took off, man, once it really started taking off, it's been gone, man. It's been on a beautiful, beautiful run. So precious metals, man, doing things. Okay. Yep. Well, this will happen, man. This is what you could expect this to happen, right? On XAU to XAG. Simply because silver today, the past few days, I guess, has been outperforming gold, right? And it's gold to silver. So if gold isn't continuing to blast off, it's doing fine. It's holding. It's being stable right now. Although the stock market actually did okay, all right? But it stayed stable, right? Gold stayed stable, and silver went up. So therefore, the obvious chart that compares the two, this one's going to dump, right? Yeah. It could just be like if the US dollar pumps, a lot of times Bitcoin can dump or lose value because it's to the US dollar. So what it's tied to is appreciating in value. and the other thing is not. So the other asset's not. So here you are, man. But either way, it's just been a beautiful uptrend since 2011, right? If you flip it over, it's kind of funny, right? 2011 was the peak for the for silver. Look, you know, peaked up April 2011. And that was like May of 2011 here. It was April. Okay. And so still inside the parameters of this beautiful looking downtrend, man. You gotta love it. The respect on the heart line 25 looks good. So yeah, man. I guess there's the historical support around 82.44, but it just compares the two. That's cool, man. Thanks for the 318, HG, man. Robbie Bit's asking about how's it possible that Bitcoin shorts and longs were rising both at the same time, the moment when the dump was going on. Dude, that those charts just all they do is identify on, you know, if you're looking at Bitfinex, Bitcoin, US dollar shorts or longs chart, those just identify people taking leveraged shorts or longs. So they can do whatever they want when the spot price is going up or down, right? That's just literally people filling orders. Oh, I'm taking a leveraged long. I'm taking a leveraged short on this asset. So of course they can both go up if people are all at the same time taking longs and shorts. That's it. That's simply all that those charts are. Okay. So I guess we get to look at, let's look at Ethereum in log scale, and it's kind of interesting. It really is. Okay. Look where you are. You're still inside this price contraction, and dude, like, wow. Okay, look at this. A low on price, a lower low on price, and you're actually right now making a very slightly lower low. Okay. There's that first dip. Here's the lower low. Here's the slightly lower low. You are still showing MACD bullish divergence on a daily time scale, and you are still within the parameters of the falling wedge. And yeah, you broke the candle close. You broke this too. Not really good. But there is still a little bit of support, February 2019 and September 2018. You're right at it. But remember, man, it doesn't matter how bullish things are looking, how good they could potentially be, how much divergence you keep showing. If Bitcoin in the macro dumps, it won't matter. And I think we try to discuss that almost every analysis of an altcoin we talk about at least one time. Try to say nothing matters if Bitcoin dumps. And sometimes nothing matters if Bitcoin pumps, based on the fact that Bitcoin could arguably be 90% of the total crypto market cap. Okay, these assets have become more and more illiquid as time's gone by, and that Bitcoin dominance chart at least shows us that. No. It's telling me to restart. There's a Windows update. I have to pick a time, otherwise it'll probably screw me, dude. Hold on. I'm gonna do like, let's do like, crap, man. I don't know when I should do it. Let's just do Friday. And let's do it at 8 p.m. or something. I swear if we do a marathon stream on Friday, I'm going to lose my mind. Probably don't have to worry about it. So 8 p.m. on Friday, I'll do my restart. Okay, sorry. That was weird. We hit a support, but we fall through. Drew Martin, what are you talking about? Fell through? Did we? Okay, and Litecoin couldn't get it together. Looking at log scale still. And oddly enough, man. What the heck? So low on price, a lower low on price, and now you're making a lower low on price, and you're still somehow, some way managing to diverge again. Though the negative momentum has just begun to build, and it could build for days to come, and you could just keep making lower lows. It does seem like they're continuing to show bullish divergence on the MACD, Ethereum and Litecoin. So yeah, it's like just getting to a point where, hey, you're gonna be able to stay solvent longer than the market can stay irrational? Probably not, but hey man, I mean, like we've been here before with Bitcoin, where Bitcoin's just kept selling off and it somehow just kept on the daily making lower levels negative momo, right? And eventually it does turn around, but it's just everyone gets completely demoralized first and starts name calling and rage quitting and all these other weird things, and then it turns around. Okay, I don't know if we've gotten to the butthurt stage yet. So in now time, I guess let me look at Litecoin on the linear 4 hour, and as you can see, the diamond, mother of God, we got so close. We did square up. All right, we hit one square up and exceeded it, way below it. 66.99. Look left. All right, there's a square up, and there's another square up down at $60, $61 that we have not gotten close to yet. I mean, I guess close-ish, like $4 off. The measure move of this diamond pattern that we broke out bearishly of is at $62. So about $2 off the measure move, and still in time could get there. But again, it all depends on the corn. Beautiful diamond, though. A beautiful diamond. It could have gone either way. And look, we had it like this, and man, it had that false breakout, that wick there, and it just kept rejecting it. And then we're like, okay, we'll just adjust it, you know, and just to make it look prettier. And there you go, man. The downward, the false breakout, and that was all she wrote for Litecoin. Nice square up, though. Forgive me on this. I don't know. It just bugs out when you go from log to linear sometimes. So there you go, man. Okay. So I hope you are again having a wonderful day, a wonderful Wednesday. September is upon us. Can you even believe it, man? I mean, I can't. It's just this year has gone by so fast, but it's been such a good year. And people just lose sight of the good year when we go through a 2-month-long correction. We're on day 63 of a correction here. In an uptrend, we are on day 63 of the correction. Yeah, Litecoin's down about 9% today. There you have it, man. So that just means the Bitcoin dominance, you just think that the money came out of Litecoin and went into Bitcoin. Ajanum Al AI, thanks so much for the sub, dude. Welcome. If you are enjoying the live stream, please hit the like button, that bell, that sub. You're amazing. And yeah, dude, Bitcoin's dropping and has just kind of stalled since the new 4-hour candle began, right? Did not close below the support, closed above it and squared up. And I think the square up was such a big deal, man. That missed a lot of people probably were just forgetting about. Oops. And it just seemed like, oh man, maybe it's considered squared up here. Maybe, but it's like, I don't know, man. The way you're looking for square ups, it's like, it was like right here, right where the huge impulse happened. Right there. And it was hit, man. And really, you're still like right around it. And then there's that critical historical support. All right, so on the 60-minute, yeah, you're the most oversold you've been since August 15th or so, right? Wasn't it 15th? Yes, August 15th, and that was here, right? That's the lowest low we've made so far of the correction we've been in, isn't it? No, I'm sorry, the third lowest. Wow. So yeah, maybe in this part it's not higher at lows, but guess what? Until we break below 9,500, 9,465, until we break below 9,300, and then after that, until we break below 9,000, you're still making higher lows. And the again, the triangle shows where we are, and it's at the very, very bottom. So it's definitely Monkey S territory. All right. Is Litecoin holding well? I would hardly say so if it's down nearly 9% today. No. And it went, think about it, dude. Litecoin, just months ago, $145. And now it's in the 60s. Bitcoin happening, literally no kappa on that. So Russell Pruitt. A hidden double bottom. Oh yeah, hidden double bottom. I mean, maybe, but again, you're definitely just at a set of support. Okay. Monkey S. I don't think that's how it works, dude. Excuse me. Yeah, if you exclude the wicks, sure, we broke the support. But if you include the wicks, then we're at it. We bounced and touched it, right? But yeah, and I know people are like, hey, are we diverging on the MACD on the 4-hour? I think so, but again, I think it's too early to tell because, normally after impulses like that, there's more price action to follow. And I mean, dude, you sell off like that and then you do this, you don't move. That's good for the bears. That's not good for bulls when you just sit there and do nothing. That's like indecision. Okay, market doesn't really know what to do. All right, so probably going to sell off again. All right, but as the selling continues, you can clearly see a low on price. It's like you had about the same low, so you were diverging, right? But look at this low and this clear lower low. You definitely have some bullish divergence developing, but again, it could just get invalidated if the selling pressure continues, and then eventually the negative Momo gets to a level that's, higher than the previous low we had. Then it's just bearish convergence. RSI, I think that, it may be very well that there is no divergence developing. You had it, I think, and it kind of played out. So now if you look at this low, it's like clearly your previous low, and this level, like where your relative strength bottomed at, you're now making bearish convergence, could be argued, right? Or no matter where you go, it's just meh. There's no impending price action reversal on the RSI, is what I'm telling you. But maybe the MACD, if the selling stops, but really hard to tell, man, if the selling's done. Like I don't normally after impulses like that. No, a lot of times it's not. But as we've seen before, right? And this was the example we gave when we made the argument that we could see one more sell-off to hit an 88% retrace. Is we did the same thing right before, right, where we sold off, we rallied. Okay, it looked like the bottom might have been in at a 786, which is where it should have bottomed, honestly, right? If it was the true pattern. Oh, it would have been 88% retrace though, but it didn't. It actually sold off one more time and hit that 886, and that is where the bullish divergence developed, and then the rally ensued after. So again, maybe something similar, right? What's the price disparity that we saw from where we bottomed before? I mean, that wick on Sunday, give me a break, $419 move down. Right, not even close, man. I mean, I guess close. I mean, a $400 move down would be like 94.36. But again, kind of different circumstance. Okay. So I think that right there, this right here was the shortening of the thrust. All right, where you had a big move down, and then you made a slightly lower low, And when you make a slightly lower low and you start diverging like that, showing that seller weakness and exhaustion, yeah, that's like the time where a reversal can occur. Shorting of the thrust. So I'm just gonna scroll up, man. Oh, Marco Rivera in the house. What's up, dude?
Bruh.
You deserve a sub spike. You're always here when we need you. Every day. Thank you.
Oh, I think I had a sub spike, you know, like earlier this year. So, I mean, like, I think the subs are exhausted, right? So it's like there was probably bearish divergence on my sub growth. Yeah, dude, since I've been live, I've gained 1 sub, you know, even with price action like this. It's crazy. It's like, I don't know, man. But, whatever, man. We're going to keep chugging along, keep trucking, all right, doing our thing, and we're going to see if 9600 holds. All right, because this is it, man. This is it for the harmonic. After this, it's invalid, and then you might start having to think about a cipher. Okay, bearish cipher at much lower prices, right? Again, the lowest level we said that you could get to for the cipher would be the 1414, which is all the way down at, again, 88.80 or something, right? Or so. That was the old PCZ of crazy Gartley. Oh yeah. XRP definitely butthurt. Tails, what happened? XRP is an inanimate object. I don't think it feels anything or does anything. Stay at home Kings, what's up, man? His butt feels great. Excellent, man. That's the way it should be. Is there any possibility we're still downtrending from 2018? I mean, no. That whole structure was broken violent. Well, it also wasn't violent. It was broken and then back tested multiple times, and then we ran to the upside. Okay. So Matt Ray with an E. Wow. Nice addition. Check what out, Dave P. Crypto Lights of Spain in the house. Thanks, man. Right back at you. Please play the Critical Area song, Craig LLG. I don't want to like overplay it, you know. We played it, I don't know, twice yesterday and then twice the day before. So I don't know if it's warranted, you know. But yeah, we are at literal critical areas. So whoops, just lost my chat. Hang in there, Crypto Tiger, man. All right. You got to. What does a tiger do? The tiger fights. What's up, Alex? Graham Dougherty. The $1 million question is whether this is redistribution or reaccumulation. I think it's just price contraction, and there is the argument there's potential reaccumulation. All right. Look at the false breakout. Correct. Yeah, don't be afeared. Do not be afeared, man. Like, you just don't know, man. You don't know. But there's just still an argument, and there will be an argument as long as you make a higher low than the automatic rally area. Okay. This double bottom, right? As long as you make higher lows on the daily and can stay above it for long enough, man, I think that reaccumulation could be a possibility still. Yes, still. Okay. Sorry. All right, so down 5.22%. We want to real quick see what's happening on the S&P 500, pretty much part of the soul of the stock market, New York Stock Exchange. You are somehow, some way inside of this channel I've had plotted, right? It's been plotted, man. It hasn't been touched. And you're just touching the bottom trend line of it, and an impulse down, and it looks like you've just got you're kind of range bound between 283 and 294, and you just had a break to the upside of the day. It's starting to make higher lows, but people could argue maybe it's just bearish consolidation for another break to the downside, which could be really bad. Could be really bad for the stock market. Okay, so many fears of the recession coming, and we definitely think the recession's maybe already here, or it's on its way. I mean, we're just looking at leading indicators, right? With trade slowing down around the world, multiple markets kind of crashing, and so yeah, you don't want to fall below this 282 area. I think there's a little support right at a little bit lower at 281, right? Plenty of support from March 2018, October 2018, November, and December 2018. You didn't even touch those yet, oddly enough. Got so close. But yeah, you just got to think, is a plunge protection team going to keep this going to the upside for the election, year coming up? Americans, or homeowners really, that were surveyed, read about it a little bit, they just what do they know, right? But most of them do not think the recession will happen this year. 36% though think that the recession will happen next year, and a smaller percentage think 2021. So most people are thinking that next year's a recession, and I don't know, man. I mean, you made a lower, I guess, look, you made a higher high, and now you're making higher lows. So you're not screwed yet, right? Until you make a lower low, then I think that 273 area from June of 2019, I think that's when things could start getting weird, okay? Could start downtrending. But for now, there's no way to plot a downtrend, right? Just not enough stuff has happened on the S&P. Oops. Do I think we're dumping hard tonight to below 6,000 to 7,000 levels? What? Below 7,000. So you're asking me if I think that we would break down randomly to 7,000 tonight? I would say it's probably very unlikely tonight it would happen. All right. Even though obviously anything's possible, man. It's hard not to be emotional when trading. Trying to overcome that part. Feeling neutral thing. Yeah, man. We'll keep reading trading in the zone until it sticks. What's up, Prox? Thanks for the sub, man. Invert the S&P. Okay. Yeah, very weak breakout. All right. You had a very, very weak breakout. But again, you're not making higher highs at all. I think for the trend, like I just said, you don't have to alt-eye it to know. You break this, that's when things start getting weird. Okay. You break that, 273, and then you're going to have, 259, 250, big resistance or support, right? Yeah, man. So these are the two big ones. If we were to break below 281, yeah, the next target is 272, and then after that is like 256 to 250. All right. And then, of course, after that, you get it, man. 234. Big V-shaped recovery though today, man. All right, so this, like a breakout like that, that's just so weak, such little volume involved. I don't know what my volume's on. Oh yeah, I was doing it for thumbnails. Such little volume involved with the breakout to all-time highs just shows the sentiment is just not there the way it was when we broke out before. Right here. All right, this was here it was, man. July 2016. Look, we broke out, then we back tested. We actually had a little spring. You spring to the upside. Why do I keep doing this, man? All right, look, you sprung to the upside. And just that was it, man. This was the presidential election was the catalyst that made us return to the mean. And what I mean by that is, on average, the stock market since 1929 is well, I guess since 1929, 1946, it's been like 7% average gains, 6% return on the market. And when you think about a time where you go, oops, sorry, wrong tool. Think about something on the stock market that is just so like, what is that from? That's from October 2014 all the way to October 2016, right? So like 2 years where we didn't grow. And so what happens? You must return to the mean. Right, 2 years. So 7%, 14%, 21% gains had to be made, right? That's what happened, man. All right, you returned to the mean on the stock market after the China crap, right? This was like China really was doing bad, okay? And so, yeah, I mean, obviously, you return to the mean, and there are catalysts that occur that make it so. And it was just the presidential election, all right? So, look at something real quick. Hear me out here. Am I crazy? Cypher? If the recession was to start, right? Cypher would make all the sense in the world, wouldn't it? Yeah, 50% retrace. Yep, 113% minimum. It went up 114%. All right. 786 retrace, PCZ. I mean, that's a huge pattern, man. It could take forever to get down there. But if the recession was to start here, there you go, man. We could go deep. Could go 2000, right? 2050 on the S&P. Anyone looking at this, man? Anyone see this? Potential huge cipher if it begins here. Start breaking these critical supports and start selling off. Yeah, man, look for a long maybe at 2050 on the S&P. Or 205 on the SPY, whatever. Okay. Yeah, Ryan, sure. Sure, man, I agree. I think that there are many indicators that are saying that we're already in a recession, yes. The leading indicators. Hey man, if you ask why are you doing the spider, why are you not doing SPX, right? We'll see if it's the same thing, dude. I bet it is. I might be crazy here. Well, there you go, dude. Same freaking thing. Got 2040, 2050. Same potential pattern in development right now. All depends the manipulation, the plunge protection team. What are they gonna do, man? What are they gonna freaking do? Impulse up, right? You just look at it kind of like this. Impulse up, and then you've just got it's kind of the structure. It's just an upsloping flag after a huge V-shaped recovery. So, see, man. Does that help make things feel better? Leon, man. Amount of days from all-time highs. Jano, are you talking about for Bitcoin or let me know? So buy when? Bad BTC's up 3%. Oh my god. That's not normal. A 3% move is not normal on anything crypto, right, Keba? Should be much stronger than that, you would think. You think China's doing fine, dude? Wow. I hope you're kidding, right? Jacob G, maybe, man. I guess. Sorry, just trying to catch up a little bit on chat. Yeah, dividends on the SPY, man. All the stock market permabulls. Who's a permabull, dude? Like anyone that cares about analytics, studies it, knows that a recession is near. But again, it's just the market can stay irrational longer than you can stay solvent. So maybe it gets a couple more moves up, right? Maybe here it develops head and shoulders. Maybe it goes back up to 2,955, right? If we fall back below 9,000, be ready with Vegeta memes for the bounce back. Yeah, it was more fun on the way up, dude. Patronus, isn't that something from Harry Potter? Mark, what happened to Bitcoin? It sold off. Couldn't find demand to make higher highs and had a nearly 5% move down and squared up on the 60 minutes. And re-hit a critical support right back from 2018. Here you go. That's not really price action that is favorable for a bull, right? That is not kind of what you're looking for. Good news, I guess, is you're oversold, but on the 60 minute, dude, it could just be the beginning. All right, it could start seeing lower prices. You wouldn't want to see that. You'd want to close above 9,600 on the daily because of the daily support. But hey, man, that's hopium, right? You just gotta love the Gartley, over $1,000 since the PCZ was hit, and no higher than the P. I mean, it was 786, literally perfect, at 96.75, and you got as low as 95.24. Gotta love that, man. What's up, Year? No, I wore the Moon Boy helmet like 2-3 days ago. What you talking about, Year? Chainlink wrecked, everything wrecked. Timbo time, everything wrecked. All alts anyway, and we know why, right? Bitcoin dominance. All these assets are very illiquid, and you know, the more liquid they become, the easier it is to push the price down even lower levels. Critter Birdog, Hurricane Party. Let's see this sucker. And what is the good website for weather, chat? Which one is it? I can't remember if I saved it or not. I love it though. Let me check my bookmarks. Maybe I did save it, but you know, I'll track hurricanes on this stream. It's like I used to have it saved and don't anymore. So if someone hook me up with the I know what it is. Like if someone says it, I'll be like, that's it, man. That's freaking it. Yeah, I don't think I have it saved anymore on this one. So David McLean. No, not NOAA. I mean, it's a good site, of course, but it's not the one that I'm thinking about. It's one that shows like the wind rotation when you can also see the satellite at the same time. Not Weatherbug. No, Weatherbug's great for the mobile, and someone got pissed at me for recommending that, and I was just thinking about the mobile app. Yeah, the desktop app for Weatherbug, don't download it. It's cancer. Add cancer, but just yeah, mobile app for Weatherbug is incredible. I won't do fib circles, but I'll do hurricanes. Cabot, Brett, yeah, dude. Hurricanes are real. It's not NOAA, dude. It's not AccuWeather. Is it Dark Sky? I don't remember that. This is definitely not it. What? It's not Vindy, man. It's like some word. That's not it either. Dark Sky is definitely not it. Maybe it's Wonderground? Weather Underground? I think this is it, man. I think this is it. Yeah, Weather Underground. Timothy, thanks for 2, man.
Bruh.
OSU. Oklahoma State, I highly doubt it. He didn't put the T in if you were trying to talk about the Ohio State and how in the world's that going to happen. I'll be happy. It'll be funny to see if Ohio State can beat Michigan this year. And I'm kind of going for Ohio State in that one because it would be just funny to see Harbaugh. I mean, dude, to me, he just for what he's getting paid, for what he's done, I don't think he's worth it. And Michigan probably could do better. No, it's not. It's Weather Underground, I think. So maybe it's not though. I don't even know where the. Ooh. Sorry, man. We're just chilling with Bitcoin right now. Yeah. Where's the pressure? What? No pressure?
Roll Tide.
Bruh.
Charles Jens, Roll Tide, man. Thanks, dude, for the 10 super chats. Much love. Thanks for the support, even in scrub times. I'm confused, man. Okay. Yeah, it's far away though, man, right? Like real far away. The one that's coming anyway. But it doesn't have like an updated, I don't know, it's not like rolling on. You could probably just go to YouTube and find something, man. That'll have the website that I want, but whatever. Ventusky, I looked at it. It looked pretty scuffed, man. Oh, maybe this is it. Ventusky, not Vindy. This is it, Ventusky, man. Thanks, dude, for the 2 and that was it. Dorian, man. This is definitely it. Yeah, Ventusky if you want the best. Doubt that's real. So what will it do? It being over, what, Puerto Rico incoming, it hitting that land, it's going to weaken it. But Aren't they projecting it to hit the Atlantic coast of Florida? So those winds will push it north. What is it? Push it north west. I mean, yeah, and I guess this is up here, but it doesn't even have a name, because I guess it's like some sort of depression. Weird. Sorry, man. I mean, did I not like thoroughly discuss the corn? Like every nook and cranny. Where did we go, man? Where in the F did we just go? How did that happen? Oh, I get how it works. Anyway, so. What's up, Russian troll, man? Yeah, there's Gartley on this potential hurricane, Gabo. Category 3 Daytona. All right, so a little bit more north. Gotcha. I think some, but there are just so many different models. One's projecting, I think, it to come straight through, like Orlando and Jacksonville and all that. That's right, Elliot. Bitcoin daily candle closes at 7 p.m. Central, 8 Eastern. And now we've got 2 hours, 33 minutes until that close. What's up, Brooklyners, man? Again, man, like after a move like that, the price action here is very, very weak. But it does give us what? A new square up, at least to the upside. It's 10,186. That exchange for the people going short here, they had to facilitate an order, so they had to take a long. And so will in time the selling pressure subside, and eventually we get to rally back up to just to square up. 10,186. Always possibility, man. Square ups, they happen frequently on this market, as we just hit one officially on this move down. Is the gap coming on the CME? I don't know. People have been talking about it for months now. So, sure, always possibility. 8,500 or so, I think it is. I play ball in school. Yes, by when? Jano, I haven't talked about the most important thing, which are cycles, man. We're in a long-term uptrend. We are in a cycle, which is called a correction, that on average in the stock market lasts 90 days. So we did talk about it. And if you're talking about the stock market, I'll talk about it almost every time we look at it, man. We're in a 10-year long market cycle. And on average since 1946, since 1929, we have 6% on average, 6% gains on average, roughly. Or, and it's also like a 6 to 7 year market cycle too. So. Why am I so on the square up? Am I so on the square up? I mean, like, I've unturned most stones in this stream, and I'm just coming back to what I talked about an hour and 9 minutes ago, or an hour ago, right? So. And we're still at that very critical area where an 88% retrace on a candle close could be it, man. Could be it for a rally, or again, reiterating from earlier, if this doesn't hold, you're looking for a minimum around 92.50, 92.60. you don't hold 9260, 8800 or so would be the end of a potential harmonic idea. Yep, 8870. The water boy buy one? I doubt it, man. I doubt it. Renegade thinks that people are selling Bitcoin for silver and gold. You think so, man? I mean, I don't think that from a Bitcoin small sell-off, 5% sell-off, you could ever indicate that it's going into gold and silver. I mean, just yesterday, I think that gold moved up the entire amount that Bitcoin has of market cap, like 184 billion or something. So I just don't think that's true at all. I think that Bitcoin is a very small asset compared to gold and silver, man. What's up, JQ? Matt Caron's on vacation? Heck yeah, man. Why are you here? Remy, that's wishful thinking on any altcoin. Okay, 1000% gains on an altcoin? No, dude. That used to be the case back when everyone was ignorant to the fact and the market was a lot dumber than it is now. Okay. These assets, you're talking about Icon, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't make money. There's no revenue. It's like, what, 1000% gains? You're dreaming, man. ICX about to square up if it hasn't already. Nah, I don't think it's squared up. Here's your ICX, man. Huge bearish range. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. 1000% gains. No, that was what they were selling you up here. Okay, this thing's been destroyed. And yes, it's near all-time lows. It had one blast to the upside, critical support. There were buy orders, and you rallied. There's a double bottom on a shorter time scale, and you got it. You clearly had the measure move. But since then, since you had the 75% trend line of the equidistant channel, you've been doing nothing but selling. All right. Square up on ICX is at 18.89 cents. See if we can get there. Definitely seems like a possibility in time. Wow, man. Is it X, A, B, C, D? Maybe, man. Very possible. Yeah, 53. Yep, makes sense. That would be a bullish cipher, potentially. So 786 is right here. You're very close to the PCZ of that pattern, but again, it's an illiquid S coin. All right. Very illiquid S coin. So if it was to play out, one might take a long position in this area, maybe even go lower at the square up, because there's a very real possibility this thing's going to square up at 18.88 cents. All right, Icon. Downtrending in a bearish range and getting closer and closer to the bottom again. Wow, that was not what you were looking for, man. Okay. But what if more dumb money comes in? That'll come in when FOMO is happening, not right now, probably. Okay. The dumb money comes in when, there are 3,000 people watching and the price gets pumped up to nearly $14,000 and people are literally arguing with me that there is value at $14,000 when they have no idea what they're talking about. When they're like, I just got into the market like 3 days ago. There is value here. People are buying. That's not how it works. Long-term investment. You're investing in an asset that can't show you how it can make you money back mathematically. That's not much of an investment, dude. Okay. If you're going to invest ICX, why don't you go invest in something on the stock market that actually makes revenue and can mathematically show you how it can make you money back. This is not at all an investment. You're literally speculating and gambling. on its future performance, right? Because it, again, is just Rudy poo. It's thin air. It's a cryptocurrency project that was launched. It pumped with the market. Bitcoin did this, not ICX. This was Bitcoin, crazy FOMO, dumb money. And look what happened afterwards. It's all but gone. All right. What was its all-time high, man? Good God. All-time high, $13 roughly. As long as you're cool with saying, yeah, I'm gambling and speculating on ICX to perform better in the future. Okay. But to say you're literally investing, don't know if that's valid. You're looking at the chart from a technical view, and so all we've been doing, technically, has been getting obliterated bearishly. Huge impulses, selling distribution, and then you go range bound, right? And here we are. Yes, I guess we're near the bottom of a range, but you shouldn't be getting this many opportunities. If we get back down to this level, like, you shouldn't be getting, again, that many opportunities to go long at a critical area of support. But yeah, again, man, maybe the 60 minutes little bullish cipher plays out. I mean, this is where, again, where one would take a long on an asset if the pattern was to be valid, right? I mean, this is literally how someone would trade a bullish cipher right now if it did happen. But again, I'd feel more comfortable with an asset on the stock market than ICX. Dude, everything's so illiquid now. It's like, right? Your first target's A, 3.36 to 1 reward to risk. And then, you know, the second profit taking level on an asset like this. Why in the world do I have 3? Huh? What is going on? Oh, okay, because of the square up, I got you. That confused me. Okay, so second target is C. So yeah, man, I guess, look, you know, if it's going to happen, but good luck if Bitcoin dumps. Like, this will never play out if Bitcoin decides to not rally here. It will never play out. Okay, so. One sec. Funny thing is, ADA still never hit the PCZ of that huge daily pattern, and Bitcoin would have to sell off even more for ADA to get there, technically, like in the zone, hardcore, right? I mean, between 4.3 cents and 3.998 cents is the buy zone for a huge harmonic pattern. Okay, funny, man. I thought that maybe we would have gotten down there with this dump, but not really. Even though it's down 8%, it's still not at the PCZ. Crazy. Matthias says he's lucky he got silver on the portfolio. There you go, dude. I mean, again, having a diversified portfolio these days aren't that big a deal for crypto. Okay. Good God, Julia. Roll boss. When you're thinking about that stuff, I would not let that stuff affect you very often or very much, man, because those are just alien variables that are going to paralyze you, and you're going to draw conclusions about those things that happen. I don't think one should be using that in their formula for trading. Okay, I mean, maybe it caused it, but it very well probably had nothing to do with it. Okay. the hurricane might be there Sunday night, early Monday. Crypto Bulldog, is that true? I don't know, Johnny Bullman. It's like running into the Caribbean right now, and you know that's really gonna slow down its strength. It's gonna make it unable to really get strong. But I don't know, man. If those winds push it northwest or north-northwest, and it can stay out in the Atlantic long enough, yeah, maybe. But it all depends on the water temperature, because the higher the water temperature, the stronger the hurricane can grow to be. Can barely hear the music, Craig. Sorry, man. Let's see if it works now. Should be okay. It's still low. Wow. I think we're good. Greg, we good now? So just holding that 9,700 area on Bitcoin right now. Still above that critical support from 2018. XLM, oh, maybe, just maybe. XLM is hitting right now, finally, the PCZ of the potential shark pattern. Okay, the bullish shark, where at these levels, 113%, this is it, man. Anything below it, it's invalid. It may go a little bit lower, but not really much. Okay, and so you're looking for this, but it's never gonna happen, ever, if Bitcoin decides it's time to sell off and continue on in the correction. Okay. So that's why it's just like, it's tougher. This crypto market changed a lot over the past 3 months, 4 months, where the dominance, Bitcoin only had about half the market cap dominance. And the total market cap didn't grow much at all. And so that just leads one to believe that the money wasn't really new. Not much of it was on the sidelines. Most of it just came out of altcoins and went into Bitcoin. And it's staying in Bitcoin. That's the conclusion drawn from looking at all the analytics and the data, man. The bullish turtle shark. Sure, man.
I am not amused.
Oops, Timmy hit the.
I like turtles.
There you go. Beardish Divergence. Captain Happy, that's right, man. Sub roll says you're interested to see there's another drop, and if it drops again, you're starting to draw conclusions based on some random Twitter. I get it, but it's just not the way one should be trying to analyze assets. Look at support, resistance, divergence, all that stuff, right? We break critical support, we're gonna run to the next one. Critical support we're at right now, yeah, you guessed it, man. 9,600. So Craig Neve, it would probably bid Bitcoin when it happens, when it turns around at some point. James, if you're asking me to buy now or wait for a further dump, I mean, dude, the impulse just happened. We just squared up. So though these are areas where we could easily bounce, you could easily not recover at all and dump again. Take you to the Bano again? We're talking about the Bano. I don't even know what that means, dude. Oh, I don't know. Again, Vats, you're not really investing in Ethereum and XRP. You're just speculating. But yeah, gold's obviously it's been the play. It's been the play for a year and a half to have some in your portfolio no matter what. And if that's your only investments, you might want to continue to diversify a little bit. But hey, I think the best thing to have right now, just because we're at a 10 and a half year market cycle right now, right? That's really, really long. It's like one of the longest market cycles ever. Yeah, for the stock market. I mean, cash is king right now. Having tons of cash ready to take advantage of the coming recession whenever it happens, whether it's a year, 2 years, 3 years. It's good to just keep hoarding cash and being ready, because you can change your life completely when the think about it, the recession of 2008 and 9 or whatever, it lasted 1.7 years. That was it, man. That seems like a long time, but comparative to, if you look back to when the stock market started, that's nothing, man. 1.7 years. So you can keep hoarding that cash, man, and be ready. Have that dry powder. And of course, man, of course they remain valid. Manipulation, I mean, like, again, like, is a square up considered manipulation? You could say, I guess, because that's what we did. We just squared up. Project 500, I say if we get another move on the stock market to the downside, yeah. When's the next meeting? Is it late next month? If we have another 4-year cycle, then you're looking at January 2021 for the next peak. Are you talking about if the stock market decides to rally right now? What you do during a recession, look for good shorts, good shorting opportunities. When things dump and then rally, you look for the golden zone. You look for rising wedges. You look for ascending broadening wedges. You look for partial rises. You look for all the things that you would look for in a bull market, but you would just be taking short positions instead of longs. And you do that till it completely reverses. Yeah, I mean, like, we are coming up on a point, right? Every year, it's kind of like Monkey S, right? Where October, the fourth quarter, is really where all the crashes happen in history. Most of them are real bad later in the year, and so we're getting closer to that point. So is it going to be this year? Well, I guess we'll find out in the coming months. Nice James, man. Today's loss was a huge warning sign for you. You had a terrible sleep. You were talking and playing with the guys while bot forgot to set stop. You're more humble than ever, Matthias. I'm sorry, man. Okay, September 17th, 18th is the next Fed meeting. Yeah, so I think that what they do, man, is they're really just... They're running out of money to fund their own government, the U.S. government. But if the market rallies, which we'll know soon. I mean, again, like we're looking at it, right? We've been looking at it. If the rally continues here, maybe nothing.
Can you confirm bull divergence on Hexo, 4 hours and daily? Also hitting bullish divergence on the weekly. Thinking about entering.
Hexo on the what? On the Toronto Stock Exchange or the New York Stock Exchange? Because there's two different ones. I'm just gonna go to the New York Stock Exchange. You're asking about. Oh. Okay. Okay, it's not a harmonic. I think there was an uptrend and he broke out of it. You're very close to the 886 on Hexo. Right, from your previous low to high, very close to that 886, right? 363. And you're saying daily divergence. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, man. Lots of it. Look, a low on price, a slightly lower low, pretty much double bottom. You got a low, slightly lower low, higher low, relative strength. Clear as day, daily bullish divergence. Yes. At a very, very deep retrace. Though not really good because you broke below critical support. I mean, you really wanted to get a 420.
Is that a
Right, you wanted to stay above that. Man, I guess the Hexo people getting high, man. I think getting above that's incredibly important. But if you did, man, just think about, okay. Could it be a double bottom here? Coinciding variables certainly could be a double bottom. Good eye, man. But you know, if the macro doesn't hold up, you know where this thing could go, right? Down. It could be. It's all potential right now. That's all it is. And from your previous high to low, see, we only retraced 26% or so. So it's a very shallow retrace. So no potential harmonic, very shallow retrace. And when you sell off at very shallow retraces, that's a very good chance there's just no demand for this asset. So again, maybe it plays out, but always could go lower or could rally here and then sell off again. And then you could end up getting triple MACD bullish divergence, RSI divergence might become invalid. But yeah, man. Yeah, definitely got some good coinciding variables. You're asking about the 4 hour too. Yes, 4 hours also showing bullish divergence. So you got all kinds of good things going on Hexo on the New York Stock Exchange. Yeah, man. Certainly. Great, dude.
Bruh.
Very good. Hurricane Insurance Connect. That's right, dude. So Forex Legacy, man. Good to see you, dude. Thanks for the sub. Really appreciate it. If you are enjoying the live stream, please hit the like button, that bell, the sub. Been live for an hour and 30 minutes, and I'm live early. I should be going live at normal scheduled time in like 8 minutes. So that give you context on how early I went. And of course, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Join the Discord. All that good stuff, man. Thank you. Thanks for the nearly 700 people tuned in right now. I don't know why. I hate that Streamlabs widget crap that keeps happening. Thanks for the 220 likes. 2 seconds, chat. Gotta get rid of this crap. It just pops up every time. It's because I use Streamlabs. They've somehow figured out a way to make it mess with my description and show up. Restream did that crap too. It was really, really annoying. Okay, good now. What's up, Neil O'Neill? Thanks for the sub, man. Welcome. Bitcoin is hurricane proof of weather. Sure, man, but not sellers. Not if you break critical supports. Not if you want to retrace deeper than 45% from your December low. It is not then. Yeah, what are you talking about, Ray? Talking about right here, right? Your lowest low to the highest high. We retraced about 45%. All right, that's a moderate retrace. That was in the midst of the golden zone for the rally. But now we're in jeopardy. All right, still trying to make higher lows, especially the previous lows, the double bottom. But it's getting kind of froggy the way we just keep holding the support and we're not really bouncing off of it. Okay. Oh, what about the weekly? Sorry, man. So 4-hour daily bullish divergence, weekly. The weekly right now, hidden bullish divergence, low on price, higher low on price. Higher levels negative Momo. That's good. That means pending price action continuation on a much more significant time scale. The teal trend line. Hidden bullish divergence on both oscillators, man. All right. Dang, dude. Hexo Connect. 886. Daily bullish divergence. Class B bullish divergence on the daily and 4-hour. And then you go to the weekly and you see hidden bullish divergence. What if all that means is like you could do this? Okay, eventually recover, hit this. And then what, dude? Oh boy, right? Could it be the head and shoulders? Major one on Hexo? I don't know. See, we get that rally. All the time scales, all the significant time scales are hinting at higher prices on Hexo. That's it, man. Crap. Let's see, stability. It's annoying. I have to change all this. Okay. Does that help? At all, dude? Thanks, Brookalinos. Fish head, there you go. That was for you. I don't think you requested that one, did you? Maybe you did. I can't. I'm losing it, man. Shout out to whoever brought up Hexo. I'll tell you exactly who brought up Hexo. It was Fish head, dude. It was Fish head. Yes. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened, man. I started like looking at Hexo before I even started hearing your, I was looking at another screen while the TTS was going off. My bad. Yes, you were right. He did say hidden bullish divergence on the weekly. No, I was not talking about Bitcoin. Let it be known. We were talking about Hexo. Request about Fishhead. Okay. So anyway, yes. Just know how it's going, man. Your golden zone on Bitcoin has been this, has remained this, it's not changed at all. Here it is, between 7,200 and 9,721. And again, you got as low as like 9,100, 9,000, right? So you got in the golden zone before reversing, but the reversal has just manifested into lower highs, higher lows, and you're just barely hanging on right now. A critical support back from April of 2018. That's it. You break that, very little support on the way down. There's a little bit right around that March 20th area, like 9,100, which is kind of lining up with the double bottom. But if you don't hold that, the next support, 8,500. Oh yeah. Simple. See it, you're here again. And again, the real support, I mean, the small one, more major, 8,500. Oh yeah, which is a CME gap fill and all that stuff, right? Golden zone perspective for now, yeah, for sure. But again, they could just, you knowing where the golden zone is, and us reversing our price action, we did it. But again, it was lower highs after we reversed. So now we're back down to monkey ass territory, and we're now really touching the beginning of the golden zone again from that low to high, back in it. You want to see something crazy? TripAdvisor today. So again, it could have just been the macro, but TripAdvisor hit the PCZ of the bullish cipher. I mean, it literally touched it like perfectly. Remember yesterday, it was like, what, monk ass? It was dumping. And then today, what happened? Huge bullish engulfing candle. We're diverging a little bit from a low to a lower low, but big bullish engulfing. So, will those be it, man? Is this it, man? Look, think about this, a 1272 and a 786. So confluence right here. Confluence area. Now we know we could go down to the 1414, a little bit lower, $3 lower, but just for now, we'll see how it plays out. Monitoring this, waiting for this area, right? One was to trade this, show you how to do it. Right, if one took an entry today, whatever, they just have the stop below X. It's pretty deep, I know, but you're swinging for the fence, going for A, which is up here. And that is $62. That's a 3.69 to 1 swing trade. Now this could take a while, man. It's on the daily, and that means it's way more reliable than other time scales. So once patient, this could turn around. And think about it, it was in a downtrend since 2014, and it finally broke out in May of 2018. 4 years, man. 4-year downtrend, breakout, and now showing a beautiful potential pattern on a daily time scale. And it's now finally hit the entry. Okay, TripAdvisor. Look out. Fishhead, what? What are you talking about? Are you talking about for Hexo? You hope I have another hour at least? I don't know, man. You know, I went live just to cover some of the price action, and it's like still kind of like dead. It's like almost like nothing even happened, right? Okay, let's go TripAdvisor. ATVI sold off a little bit today. Makes sense, right? After a little small gap up on that World of Warcraft hype. Look back at that. Another good opportunity. All right, still closed above $50. Oh yeah, the rounding action and the common retrace levels, the golden zone right here between 57 and 67. This is required patience, like they all do. JP, I think that we're at it, but if we can't hold this area, I mean, if you can't hold 96, 9700, you're probably going down 9200. Okay. What, Julian? What are you talking about, man? 8 days until NFL. And college football's already started, man. So hype in the chat for that. Yeah, Logan, y'all went nuts today. The Ragsdale, dude, it was so fun. I really need to learn from him how to make my voice echo. That would make the stream so much better. Yeah, it looks kind of like a shooting star, yeah, on MoneyGram. Certainly looks like it. But it did break out already, so I mean, it's kind of bearishly diverging. MoneyGram, this thing is overall extremely bearish. Even though, yes, it does recover and makes lower highs eventually. And that's why we... Here's your MoneyGram. Right, MoneyGram, it broke out. Remember, the gap up had to do with XRP stuff, and then it sold all the way off and nearly filled the gap, but didn't. And I think it's been range bound since it dumped into this new range in November and could never really break it. And so now we're trying to get out. But I mean, look, from like where it closed that day, that XRP day, you're just like right here rejecting prices out. Like you had a huge run up, it looked so good, 414, and then it sold all the way up to 390 to close right at, or you could say below, the June 18th high, the XRP news day. All right, so you're range bound. If you ever did convincingly break out of the range, like measure move easy is around 585 or something, but we're not there yet. Yes, I think that look, you're overbought on MoneyGram, and you're showing Class A bearish divergence, a high on price, and then a slightly higher high on price, and maybe showing that bearish reversal candle. So you go inside, being at the top of a range, maybe thrusting with divergence, and you know, maybe the positive Momo keeps building and he keeps running up, maybe, and always a possibility. But you would think in time, if MoneyGram was actually to make a common retrace from the height of the structure that it was in, from what it broke out of, you would think between 774 and 1161 would eventually be hit, but it could take a while. Could definitely take a while to get there. All right, here's your MoneyGram, man. People asking about it. I hear you, stay-at-home kings, man. But up there, man, it's like, you know, NFL's life. If I was born not where I was born, then I'd probably be in something else, not college football, right? John Pacenti says Samsung's the most bullish event in crypto history. They are putting so many wallets into millions of hands. When we get their patent that allows Samsung Pay, they will explode. There you go, man. We'll see. Sure thing, cryptos and tokens, man. Oops. Oh, Chris Karan, are you gonna stream now, man? We got a bunch of new streamers coming out. What's up, Mr. Elixir? Good to see you, man. AMT. It's like the S&P kind of, right? It's like in the uptrend, but barely. I mean, this is beautiful little uptrend, and you're trying to hold on so hard, right? And you kind of bullishly engulfed today, but dude, it's all based on the macro, man. If Trump tweets, the macro dumps, this thing's gonna fall out of the channel. It won't be really good at all. Look, we had 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times attempted to break 52-week highs, and we failed. It's not really what you're looking for. You don't want to fail 4 times. Maybe on the 3rd, 4th time, you want to break to 52-week highs. We couldn't do it. The market wasn't strong enough. Not enough buyers. Hedge funds, asset managers have made, you know, they've made their nut, you could say, this year already. So, trading later in the year is what's the point? I mean, they're going to take profits. They're going to take vacation. They're going to take off, man. So. Josh Durham, that's cute, but I appreciate the team spirit. Elixir, April 7th, the day you first liked one of the videos. Silver breakout day. Yeah, dude, yeah, right? So fun reviewing that and being like, oh my god, great review. Podcasters Lounge, what is your content? Quran. All right. $886. So we're still at the 886. Yeah, maybe we wick below it, but no candle close below it yet. So It's the same thing here. 886, we had a wick, but no candle close lower than the 886 previous. It's like an S-Coin channel? What? AMD is not an S-Coin, dude. Sorry, AMD actually creates a product that helps people and doesn't scam people. Yeah, we looked at silver earlier, Ermias. It was like the beginning of the stream, really. Yeah, but Josh, sandstorm, man. Sandstorm and towels. And roosters cuckooing, right? But at least that. That's cool, Chris, man. Okay, man. So I don't know. I guess I've run out of things to say. I've been live for nearly 2 hours now. So what do you want from me, chat? All right. Just gonna take it easy, I guess, and see how the daily closes. I probably won't be around live unless something insane happens. So thanks for sticking around. Thanks for the likes, love, support, the contributions, everything, man. Just best community in crypto. I'm really grateful for all of you. Okay. So I'll be back. Better hold 9600, or you could be screwed. 9600 on the daily close, less than 2 hours. So I'll be back. Till next time. Respect the T. A.
Bear Pig could be in this area.
My name is JP. I am a robot. I like robots. I have a robot vagina.
Adios, turd nuggets.